Hi, Boomer Guitar Sessions, episode 12. Today we are talking about rhythm theory. I am your host, Rod, and to me and my kind, rhythm is the most important element within music, because without good rhythm, nothing's going to work. Okay? If you can play good rhythm and nothing else, you're going to have a groove that sounds maybe weird, but anyway, so rhythm is the glue that hangs everything together. Today we're going to talk about the divisions within music, the line of rhythm. We're going to talk about tempo, the ground rhythm, and we're going to talk about groove. Okay, and we're going to talk about how not to litter and how to find some symmetry in your rhythmic playing. All right, so first thing, as I said, rhythm is the center of everything. That is one of the things you really want to get down and you really want to focus on and work with. And understand, it's not hard. None of this intellectually is that difficult. The mathematics of a musician is third grade mathematics. Okay, if you can divide by 2, if you can divide by 3, you're golden. All right, so the importance of rhythm, how we're going to harness it. Okay, the importance of rhythm. If you have a room full of musicians that understand the same rhythmic language and which rhythms go together well and which rhythms don't, the music's going to sound good. Okay? So with that said, what we're going to talk about is what I refer to as the line of rhythm. Okay? The line of rhythm is the divisions within the rhythm. Okay? We're going to start in the middle of the line of rhythm, what I call, and others too, I didn't invent the word, the ground rhythm. I think I heard Wynton Marsalis use that term 20 years ago. The ground rhythm. The ground rhythm is that rhythm when you go, you see a band and you feel the beat. You can feel the pulse to that. That is the thing that's going through your body. That is what enables you to dance. That is what enables you to move. If you have no rhythm, that's a hard thing to overcome. That musical disciplines. You want to have you want to build it and you want to work on it and you want to understand it. The brain work is not incredibly hard. So when we talk about that ground rhythm, the ground rhythm is equal to the ground rhythm is equal to the quarter note rhythm. This lesson, by the way, is brought to you by my guitar platform, Guitar Collective. It is Boomer Guitar and more. It is group community. We attack each other's problems. We learn how to play. We learn how to get together and everybody, you learn from everybody else's problems too. Okay, so any kind of acoustic, electric thing you want to learn, songs, styles, approaches, all these kinds of things, the lifetime of what I have, that is the Guitar Collective. Thank you. And then check out everything that you see here. It's going to be in the description. I'll give you a link to it. All right? So, Guitar Collective, Intro to Rhythm 101. Okay, so this is the line of rhythm lesson. So this is the line of rhythm. So this is I'm going to get right to the point. So the first, we said the ground rhythm. The ground rhythm is that thing that we move our body to. Okay? Move everything to our body. Okay, so that when you hear that, it's that thunk. Now, even there's a nuance to that. There's what we call articulation. How do you play a quarter note? How do we play the quarter note? Well, we can play it long, okay, which is what is referred to as legato, like a walking bass player would. Okay, or we could play it like a short and fat staccato. All right. So that's another thing that we need to discuss. And articulation is in all these rhythms. Articulation is important, but it's really, really super important in the ground rhythm, the quarter note, and the eighth note. Okay. So with that said, now the ground rhythm, all the music that we do and all the grooves that we do, 99% of the time we're playing in groupings of 4. As I said before, dancers think in terms of 8, groupings of 8. When they choreograph, musicians are different. We think in measures of 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we go long, as in long tone rhythms, like the whole note rhythm, which is with 4 beats, that is just striking on beat 1. 2, 3, 4. All right, and then you can divide that 4 count rhythm into 2 equal parts. As I said, it's third grade division. Third grade division would be half notes. So it would be now, just as important as the rhythms that we learn here are the rests that are on the other side of that. Okay, because why is rests important? Sometimes it's not about what you play, it's what you don't play. All right, so the space in between the notes is just as important as the notes themselves. Okay, the pitches themselves. Okay, so the whole notes, the half notes, you divide a half note into 2 equal parts. You get the ground rhythm, which is the quarter note pulse, which you nod your head to. And then the quarter note pulse, like when I was in elementary school, our teacher called those tas. So it'd be like ta, 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 ta. If we wanted to divide that into 2 equal parts to get the eighth note, those would be then called TTs. You can say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or you can say T, 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 T. Okay? So that would sound like this. Again, in eighth notes, if you listen to how I'm playing that, that's the way, that is articulation. All right. So divide that into 2 equal parts. We get the 16th note, and that kind of sounds like the tibby, 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 tibby. That's the 16th note. Divide the quarter note pulse into 3 equal parts and we get the triplet. So it's going to be 1 triplet. Okay, if you play the first and third notes of a triplet rhythm, that's called a shuffle. Okay, so depending on what kind of music that we listen to, different kinds of music use different kinds of rhythms, and those rhythms those rhythms are what define the music. The difference between swing and funk are the rhythms used. A lot of the same instrumentation. Some, like the swing, had acoustic instruments because electricity hadn't made its way fully in the 30s and 40s. Electric bass, electric guitar. Okay, even though Charlie Christian existed in the late 30s, early 40s. So with that said, largely what makes a style is the rhythms that they use. 2 other things we want to talk about. What is a groove? We say something is a groove. It is at all the rhythms being placed in the right spot, and it makes your body move, and it feels really good. It's that steady heartbeat. It's like it's that balance. It's like the weave, the musical weave, that everybody's playing good rhythms and in good time, and they're listening to one another, and it's fills up the dance floor. It's that conversation between the instruments that everybody's listening, and they're playing good rhythms against each other, and they're listening to each other. Okay, that cozy blanket, as we say. Anyway, two things we can do. First thing is what we're looking for when we play with other musicians is rhythmic symmetry. That means some rhythms don't go together well. Okay, some say for example, 16th notes and triplets do not go together well. Okay, quarter notes can go well with everything. A lot of those other rhythms go really well with everything, but 16th notes and triplets don't play well together. And also, you want to play rhythms in the style of the music that you're listening to. You want to be cognizant of what kind of rhythms that style of music plays. If you put too many notes in, or you play the wrong notes and it sounds like a sneaker in a dryer, that's not good either. So with that said, you don't want to litter on the groove. The groove is the most important thing. This is rhythms played right, music played right, makes your body move. There's going to be more on this later. So with that said, groove is all music. It is swing. It's everything that we once listened to, rock and roll, whatever it is. If you trace back its history, it was once a dance music. Alrighty, this is Rod. End of episode 12. You can do this. I believe in you. Guitar Collective, Boomer Guitar Sessions. Tell 50 of your closest friends. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know. Share this with people. If you have questions, put them down. And also, I will have this little PDF for you to download in the description below. All right? See you next time.